Peoples, what's going on? It's your boy Finesse. The child. Peoples, what's going on? It's your boy Finesse. That back there is the Challenger. If you're new to the channel, on this channel, I primarily go over my experiences in my 2021 Indian Challenger Dark Horse and my wife's 2022 Indian Super Chief Limited. I do rides, reviews, and everything else in between. If you're returning to the channel, appreciate you coming back. It's always good to have family in the house. So the Jack Daniels Indian motorcycle ride in Tennessee, I will be going to it. Yes, sir. So this will be my first Indian event ever. I'm gonna record the trip, I'm gonna record the event, and everything else that happens. Right. So I'm hoping we can meet some new faces, see some new people. The homie Dwight, subscriber out of Florida, he's the one that hit me up about it, and he had offered for me to ride with them guys up there. But I'm telling you, it's gonna be me and Mrs. Finesse going up. So we're gonna trailer the bikes up. So I had to get a trailer. All right, so this is it. We got a 7x14 trailer. Yep, got the all. Let me move that. Yeah, got that all black. That thing look nice, man. Anyway, so got the trailer, but the trailer on the inside, man, it don't look like I want it to look, right? So what we got, we went down to Lowe's and picked up some paint. And what we're gonna do is, I tried to match the Indian red as much as I could. I was searching around for the color code, I couldn't find it. But you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Plus, that red is pretty close to the color that's on the truck. So we went with that. But what we're gonna do is from here to here, we're gonna paint it red. From here down here to the floor, it's gonna be gray. And then we've got some textured paint for the floor, some non-slip for that, the ramp, and the little flap. So yes, the garage is in a mess right now. It's just because we're trying to get stuff organized. So I'm gonna go and get everything set up, and then we're gonna get started.
Rhythm life on the beat.
All right, y'all, so we got the first coat complete. Let me back this up. Boom, first coat is complete. All right, so we just use that line. So up on the front, there's no divider, so it's kind of weird. But what I'm gonna do is just to break up the color, I've got some white that I'm gonna put around here, and I'll use some masking tape to get that all nice and pretty, so it looks, looks professional. You know what I'm saying? Gotta keep things professional, right? So we're gonna let this dry for about 30, 45 minutes. And then after that, we get back to it. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. So it is day 2 of getting the trailer ready for our first trip. So we got the color laid down. This is just the first coat. So that's why, it looks a little thin, but you see that wood coming through. But anyway, this is the first coat. I've already taped this line out. So this area right here is gonna be white, and then this is gonna continue to be gray. But this is the section where the paint didn't adhere to. So I gotta sand that down and fix a few things here before we continue. And then I gotta get a level. I have a laser level that I'm gonna use to get all that straight, and then continue it on around and get that Lex coat. I got everything taped out. So in between the blue lines is gonna be where it's white. I mean, it's common sense, right? So my laser level decided that it didn't want to do what it wanted to do. So I just had to break out the old school level and pen, mark it up, and get it rolling. So now, get in here and get the paint flowing. All right, y'all. So that's it right there, man. The paint is done. So what I did is it ended up being like 3 coats, right? So the first coat was like a primer type deal. The second coat, and then the third coat. So 2 coats and a primer, essentially. All right, y'all, so it is day 3 of the, trailer prep. It's not really a build. So Last night I was able to get the anti-skid stuff on the floor. So this was all just 1 gallon. And we got like 4 gallons. So I'm gonna put probably another gallon here, and then I'm gonna mix up another gallon here with the extra grit to make sure we got a good surface. But I can tell you right now, I mean, it's pretty grippy. The foam roller that we're using, you know, well, I mean, I think it's just the product. I think the product itself is, I mean, pretty grippy inherently. I didn't really know what to expect because the granules are so small, but I mean, just that little bit adds a lot of grip. So I think it's coming out pretty good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on another coat here, and then let it dry. Actually, I'll probably put on like both coats, and then I'll give you guys a finish. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for part 1 of our trailer prep video. And on behalf of myself and Mrs. Finesse and our family, for anybody that's affected by Hurricane Ian, our prayers and thoughts are with you. Hopefully, once this storm passes or the hurricane passes, you know, friends and family are going to be okay, and we can rebuild and move on. All right. So with that, I also had my first live event scheduled for this weekend, but I'm going to have to get that rescheduled because of the storm, and then we'll try and get that done at a later date. I want to also send a shout out to everybody that agreed to come out. So it was Robert Simmons, Barber CVO, Wood Jr., Jay Bake, and then I also sent out some invitations to Everyday Faye and Landshark Chronicles. So I really appreciate you guys willing to come and take part of that event, and we will get that going sooner than later. All right. So like I said, this is part 1 of this trailer prep for our trip to Nashville, Tennessee for the Indian Motorcycle Riders Group Jack Daniels sponsored event. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really excited about it. Hopefully all goes well and we'll be able to get out there. So part 2 is going to be coming up real soon. I've just got some final adjustments that I need to do with the trailer, and then I'll bring you guys that content as well. So as always, man, ride every day, and most importantly, make sure you're enjoying it. Peace.